Hey, what's up, guys? This is Church of Caboose, and we're doing another episode of Church Rants. As you might have noticed from the thumbnail, this one's about respect. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, but church, we're all adults. Insert legal definition of 18 or over. We don't need to learn respect. We already all know it. We treat each other nicely, and we don't do crazy things. Well, apparently that's not quite as much the case, and as my current position has come to show me, it's pretty clear we start teaching all these things as early as 6th grade, probably earlier than that, so I don't know why this is even the thing I feel like I gotta talk about, but some stuff's been happening that ticked me off, so this is kind of a little bit dramatic, but I was in a Discord for the last several months, and some things were getting posted, which were not like necessarily by themselves a huge deal, and but people were like, hey, there, other Discord person, would you mind altering what you're posting a little bit, or whether it be not spamming, or the content that's in it, which, by the way, some of it was pretty dang racist, bigoted, and homophobic. And these couple of people thought it was hilarious to tick everyone off. And other folks that had more authority over said people, because they helped, run that server, are like, this is hysterical. Freedom of speech. Which, by the way, this ain't a freedom of speech conversation. You are free to say whatever you want, but as many middle schooler classroom signs have, you are free to choose to do whatever you wish. That does not mean you are free from the consequences. And so if you're watching this, you're like, but church, I can say whatever I want. You're right. But that doesn't mean that other people can't do something because you're being a jackwad. I'm making up that word because I think it's hilarious. And so, we would have conversations with these couple of individuals and be like, hey, you can't be posting Jim Crow era memes that depict people of other nationalities than white in a cartoonish way, regardless of, and people are like, well, we don't mean it to be, taken offensively or racist or whatever. I'm not racist. I'm like, all right, so my wife put this the best way when I first met her a few years ago when we were dating. And I was ticking some people off, and odds are she was one of the people I was ticking off. But she said, hey there, church. Being a jerk is not defined by you. Just because someone else says, hey, you're being a jerk, and then I'm like, no, I'm not, does not mean you're not actually being a jerk. So some things are just all the way up to the perception of somebody else, and so it doesn't really matter to some point what your intent actually is. And if you guys follow YouTube and other streamers and content creators, you've probably heard a few apology videos, and someone says something along the lines of, I didn't mean such and such to be taken in such a way. If I had known, I would have never said it. So, it ain't that hard, folks. Basically, don't be a jerk. And if someone says, hey, you're being a jerk, they'd be like, my bad, I didn't mean to be a jerk. I'll change how I do whatever a little bit to try and not be a jerk. That's all it's got to be. But what happened with this wonderful, Discord drama was this whole thing with the racist posts and stuff went on for a couple of months. And these couple of individuals would do things like spam. I'm not even kidding. 10 to 20 photos of stuff all at the same time. So you just have your phone go and you see all these things from this one person at the same time who is specifically asked by several people, for the love of God, stop doing it. And to try and give more context as to how extreme this was without actually using the words or anything, because I work very hard to have any kind of service that I offer or anything I'm a part of to be something that everyone feels like they can be open about themselves. I want anyone feeling like, well, I'm just going to get bullied or these people make homophobic remarks and so I can't, feel safe here. How this channel, or I guess server, was being run, and this is not really at all an exaggeration, because I looked it up. I was the creator of the server, so I could see all the stuff. And we had about 50% of the members that originally were in the server were either not in the server or had muted it because they were so tired of seeing all of the content that was going on it, but for some other Destiny-related reasons, they felt like they needed to at least stay in the server, and then other people just flat out left. And so we had about a 50% decrease in people that were actually more or less a part of the Discord server because of these two jackwagons who thought it was hilarious to do things like change their game. Alright, so before I get to that part, one of the things I ended up doing, I was like, fine. If people don't want to be considerate with each other, we tried offering a compromise, like an NSFW channel, and our logic for that between myself and another admin was like, hey, if you want to post this kind of stuff, that's cool, but let's make it be in an area where we have no control over who sees it other than who's on the actual Discord server. So let's do an NSFW channel, because unless you say I want to see this content and I am 18 or over, you don't see it. But we kept putting it in there, and then another admin was like, nah, screw you guys, and change it. This happened several times over the course of a 24, maybe 48 hour period, and it was ridiculous, and we couldn't get anyone to compromise. This couple of individuals started changing their names to have the N-word and other homophobic terms inside of their Discord names, because I decided then, well, fine, if you guys aren't up for an NSFW server, and no one has the guts to stand with me and tell people, hey, this ain't cool, then I'm just going to make it be where the server has a moderator on it that has, as in the description of how it filters, is squeaky clean. Then you guys can't get rid of most of the stuff you've been doing. And it worked for 2 weeks. And then someone decided, haha, the filter doesn't work for pictures. And so then they started going nuts with the memes. And then they decided, you know what, they can't moderate our Discord name, and so then they started using racial slurs and homophobic remarks. And I kind of had the last straw of it, a day or two ago, and I had a little chat with the other admins that helped run this whole thing. I was like, hey, this ain't cool. The only reason I'm coming to you guys is because instead of just booting those two guys is because I have respect that you guys are people that also help run this whole thing. And it's probably not the best thing for me just to go booting people without at least talking first. They're like, I'm about to start booting folks. They're like, no, you're crazy. People can do whatever they wanted to do. I was called out as being a pansy for trying to provide an area that is mutually respecting of everybody and is a safe area to be, all this other stuff. And I ended up kind of having the last straw, and I was like, alright, well, cool. And this is one of the other admins said, hey, I talked to one of these culprits, and they said they'll abide. And so I looked, and yeah, the guy changed his name to being something rather appropriate. And so I sent him a message. I said, hey, I appreciate you changing your tag. Thanks so much for reducing how you spam your messages and adjusting the content in them. I really appreciate it. And then when I was playing with another clan member, he's like, yeah, that dude just changed his crap back to being what it was. I was like, oh my god. Because one of the theories that was before, but other admins were like, hey, if we just let this guy be, because he's doing this purely for the kicks. This is a month ago. He's just doing it for the kicks. So if we ignore him, it'll just stop. And myself and a teacher I know were like, that kind of makes sense. I mean, it's not like that's impossible to do. So we left it alone for a month, and the things got worse. I was getting messages from other clan members being like, hey, this dude's in a party posting all this stuff, laughing because he thinks it's going to be hysterical how mad you guys are going to get, or he wants to see how long it takes before you delete his post, that kind of thing. And so this guy did this again yesterday after I thanked him for adjusting his name, making it more universally acceptable. And then I get told by other clan members, dude, this guy just changed his crap back. Can you please fix it? And I said, fine, I'm over this. So I already told my other admins, hey, I'm thinking about switching clans, because I run the server, I ain't about to be providing a place for people to feel like it's okay for them to be racist and bigoted because that's what their social media is like. That was the number 2 reason. They're like, well, Facebook and Instagram's worse than this. I'm like, okay, I'm a Marine Corps veteran, and of all the pages that I follow on that, I have never had as much of a reason to leave them than I do with this whole thing. So if you can hold it with your whole, well, Facebook, just because your mom tells you to jump off the gosh dang cliff doesn't mean you should jump off the gosh dang cliff, or because your friends, if your friends jump, you will. So the whole logic of someone else does it, so I should, is absolutely stupid most of the time. Not all the time. I mean, most of your friends are getting A's. You should get an A too. So then, by all means, get an A in school. So there are a couple of exceptions. It's not universal, but most of the time, just because someone else is doing something doesn't mean you should do it too. One of the things that kills businesses and leadership or leaders that run organizations the fastest is saying, "Well, this is the way we've always done it," and they keep on doing the same messed up way over and over, just because that's how they've always done it. But that'll be another thing for those of you that aren't school age. But anyways, and they're fine. Screw you guys. I'm out. Unless, and I said, and I'm taking the server with it, like right now. Unless the one of you that's been the main culprit of perpetuating and encouraging all of this apologizes, then I'll give you 2 days to pull together your own server, send people invites, that way you have it all. And the guy said, F you. It's like, fine. Took it down. I got all kinds of I was sent pornographic material internet links in my DM by these couple of perpetrators over and over, to the point of, and I still haven't decided if I'm going to or not, I could press charges for online harassment. Like, I'm trying to tell these guys too when we're doing something, hey, we have minors. We can't be allowing this kind of thing outside of an NSFW challenge. Because we have minors, and I don't feel like getting in trouble for something you guys are all allowing. And anyway, it was just a mess. Point being, I don't know why it's not that hard to respect each other. Like, we should all be doing things like not using, like, my wife likes to have the saying, if you want to use a swear word or something about a situation, as opposed to directed at a person. So, like, to use a Destiny thing, the reckoning is effing insane, as opposed to you effing idiot. The first one is okay because you're just expressing frustration about an activity. It's not directed at an individual. Whereas the second one, you're swearing at the individual, like it's not about something, it's at a person. And that's just a good life thing to go by, because we all sometimes swear, or more often than not swear, and we should just all try and, just treat people how you would want to be treated, and just try to think about people's different perspectives. I've been learning a lot about perspectives. I happen to work helping with more or less kind of special need type things. I won't go into a whole lot of detail, just make sure I'm not violating any kind of security or privacy kind of thing. But if the result is it forces me to think about what life would be like from someone else's perspective and trying to communicate what I need to be teaching and helping and all that fun stuff. And so just try and maybe flip it every once in a while and be like, wonder how I would react if this was told to me. But anyways, guys, I appreciate you all for watching. Thanks so much. Be nice to each other. And if you're getting tired of your Discord or whatever, maybe you're in a similar boat as a bunch of other people and you feel like you can't really do much about it because of whatever your reason is, feel free to send me an email. You'll see it in the Church of Caboose 1992 at gmail.com. And I'll see if I can't put together some sort of a fun Discord for everybody or something like that, or maybe get you into a nice Discord. And if you're looking for a place, my name is Bife, has his own Discord server. They're super strict on the rules. Like something I was trying to do, like I would have kicked those people months ago. But like they're so on top of their rules. I accidentally, one of the first things I did when I joined My Name is Bife server was I accidentally did more of a looking for group type post and a channel that wasn't a looking for group type post. And the admin of that thing was on it. It was like, hey there, church. This is kind of a warning. That post belongs in the future in the looking for group. Please don't do it again. Like how hard is that just to give someone like, hey, you're being a jerk, respect each other. And then like I've also seen them where someone's like gets all pissy, or gets all really mad at somebody. And like, I don't know, maybe he's racist or bigoted or whatever, and they just get booted. They don't even get a warning. They're just like, gone. Like, we don't need that in here. And that's how I was trying to do my own thing. But anyways, this concludes this church rant. And please remember, church rants are always not formulated and just as things pop up. So I appreciate y'all sticking it out. You're fantastic. Have a great week and happy grinding, y'all.